So this is a 2011 Range Rover Sport Supercharged. I just replaced the water pump and update this coolant, the top coolant hose. And I was having problems with the car overheating. I could not bleed the system. I tried to use that fitting, the bleed fitting. I tried to use this one, and I didn't have no luck. I tried to pour coolant in it, try to push the air out, but it was not doing the job. So I found a trick that it worked for me and might work for you. So this is the coolant tank. So what I was doing was I filled it up about halfway, leave the cap off, crack this bleed valve a little bit open, start the car, let it warm up, turn your heat inside of the car all the way up so the water can go to the heater core. The coolant can go to the heater core. So whenever you're gonna see a bunch of bubbles. That's the air coming out of the system. Just let it run. Once the water start rising and it start overflowing everywhere, go cut the engine off. Wait a few minutes. The coolant is gonna start coming down. It's gonna start coming down because it's going to the system. It's pushing the air out. And you gotta be ready. You have to keep pouring coolant. You gotta keep up or leave it about halfway at all times. If you be a little too slow, that coolant is gonna run out and more air is gonna go inside of the system. So when you see the coolant going down, you have to keep up with it. Keep pouring coolant, keep pouring. And then once it stops, you see it's not going down anymore, you repeat the process. Turn the engine on, turn the heat inside of the hot air inside of the car on, and let it run again. Let it do the same process. It's gonna start bubbling and it's gonna start flooding everywhere. Cut the engine off, it's gonna start going down again, and then you just keep up with the coolant, keep pouring coolant, and always keep about halfway until you see it that the coolant is not bubbling anymore. It's just normal and it's not overflowing or nothing. That's when you don't have any more air in your system. Put your cap back on, tie your bleed screw over here, and go for a drive. Drive for at least 15-20 minutes. Park the car, let it cool down, and repeat the process. Go to another test drive. Just drive the car until you feel comfortable that it's not going to overheat anymore. Alrighty.